Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So a fence can be a lot of work to maintain, especially if it's wood. You have to worry about it rotting away, pieces breaking off, and of course paint or staining it. Now staining it is usually required if you live in like an HOA or something like that. Not only is it required, but typically it's actually the right way to go with the fence, because if you don't stain it, you get that gray look and the wood just kind of gets old, brittle, and weather can get in there and kind of ruin the wood. So for staining today, I'm going to show you guys how to do a simple staining solution on how to go and run an entire fence very easily with a budget option spray gun from Amazon. So you'll go from this to this right here an hour later, and it is like 103 degrees or something crazy today.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Nice light golden stain. I think it's called Pulte Gold. So we'll talk in a minute here what you'll need to get this job done. But in about an hour, I did 1/3 of the entire fence. We have 270 feet of fence, and I've only used maybe 1/3 of our stain right now, of our 5-gallon bucket. It's actually a little less than 5 gallons, but it is advertised as 5 gallons. But this actually does really well. It makes that wood kind of pop a bit. And again, you can kind of cake this on if you'd like. You can hit it with another coat, darken it up a little bit. But so far, I really like how this has come out, and I think it's going to protect the wood for many years to come. So let me show you what you need to get this job done. So the first step before doing any of this is actually pressure wash your fence. If it's a little older, you want to get it kind of going back to that original color of the wood as best as possible. I did that a couple of weeks ago and it's looking pretty good. I also tried to clean up a lot of that grass and weeds along the baseboard. So today I took out the handheld blower, this little Ryobi that works really well. And this I just kind of went around and blew a lot of any kind of dead grass, dust, some of the spider webs. But stain usually goes around that stuff. It's obviously thinner than paint. Now you might want a large stir stick right here to stir up your stain. If it's been sitting a while, you may opt for a brush to touch up, but with this gun I've noticed that it goes on such a nice fine mist. I haven't had any major drippage, which is a huge plus to using this gun right here. Now the gun I actually have also comes with a bunch of these brass tips here that you can use, but I used the largest one to get a nice large spray pattern here. Now you also will need a 5-gallon bucket. Here's that Pulte Gold. Like I said, it's not quite halfway done yet, which is good. I think it's made by Bear, and I picked it up from Lowe's. The gun I used is this Yetich. It is a off-brand Amazon find, electric. You load up this right here with the stain. Stain, of course, is messy, but it's good because you can actually clean it up with soap and water. So this should clean up nicely. This whole piece pops out on this particular gun, and you can clean out everything when you're done and continue to use it for many future uses to come. We've actually used it for quite a bit of paint projects in the past. So you'll also need a nice extension cord because this cord is not very long, and you may want to opt for a funnel. And again, it is very messy, so take your time. Try to get this as clean as possible. If it gets on your hand, it just washes off with soap and water, so that is good about this particular brand here. And here's the brand right there. It's that Bear Wood Stain Deck Plus. Again, picked it up from Lowe's. You get a 5-year guarantee on fencing and sides. So there you go. I'd also suggest a hat or head covering, as well as some sunscreen and some kind of eye protection like these Stinger sunglasses right here, something to kind of protect your eyes. You may opt for some goggles, and if you're in a more confined space, I'd highly recommend a respirator of some type, but luckily our fencing here is pretty open and the wind is blowing in my favor. One other tool you may want is a flat piece of cardboard like this. You can make a little jig and run it around caps if you don't want to hit a certain cap like this copper, or you can use it to protect your grass like this right here. Either way, this is kind of a good simple tool to have as a piece of cardboard. Mine, for example, I've been using actually just the spray, because of the way this pattern is with the large nozzle on this gun, I can actually hit pretty precise right below the line here. It has a little bit of spray on here, but this actually seems to wipe right up. So actually I feel like this is going to age. These little copper tops are going to age just fine. I don't really feel like you need to protect them, but if you have something nice up here you want to protect, or maybe a lighter color like white or something, for some reason, use the cardboard. Let's do a panel all as one together. And let's go and set a timer real quick. Go. Let's do it real quick. I'll show you how quick it is to do this one panel. This is a 6-foot span right here. all you do, test the spray. Kind of see how that nice light golden color covers up a lot of this white. So like watch this white space right here. That's a little bit more of the aged wood look that was there, and even after pressure washing it's kind of still there a little bit. Watch how this color works with this nice white stain. Really kind of brings a new life to this fence. Now you would also want to use the cardboard for siding on your house. Clearly that is definitely a spot you don't want to stain, but it was also, as you can see, I'm going between the cracks to kind of get some protection on the cracks, the edges of the wood. You may want to use some kind of guard on the other side if you don't want to spray maybe your neighbor's fence or something on the other side. I will be doing the other side of this fence, but today is just the interior. What do you think? Let's see, one 6-foot panel done in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. And that's while talking a little bit. Now, you could go and take your time. And that color is going to darken up. The key here though is to not go too close. You don't want a lot of the drips happening, right? So I did have that brush in case I needed it, but luckily with this air gun the way it is, you really don't need that brush. It puts a nice fine mist on it. And again, you can hold it there a little bit longer if you want to get even more of a darker color, but really a fine mist is going to protect your wood, which is also kind of the whole point of this really for me, is protecting the wood. I like that natural wood color look. I didn't really want to stain it dark brown or anything like that. There's a follower that's kind of tilted forward, so you're just designed to kind of tilt like this so it sucks the stain up right at the front 12 o'clock position of the tank. About halfway left here. You can do about 2 6-foot panels with one refill, which is good because otherwise it's a pain in the butt to go and refill back and forth. So I'm going to go and finish this. This puts me at about halfway down my fence. 270 feet of fencing. Just the one side, about 2.5 minutes with this gun. Now, obviously beats using a rag or a paintbrush or anything like that to kind of go and take it slow, but I want to show you guys how I'm doing this today. Gives you some ideas and hopefully helps you if you guys have the similar project in your backyard. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, hit them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. As always, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up, really helps me out. Head over to Instagram, follow me there. Like us on Facebook for all the latest and greatest deals on the internet. And I'll see you guys in the next review. I'm going to finish this fence today because I'm tired of looking at it. And I have a lot more projects I need to do that are way more fun than staining.